Hi guys, happy Tuesday. All right, so if you've been following along, we are on our day 2 of this Panda performance task. And yesterday you should have watched the video several times and kind of come up with your own notes on Wulong's pandas and have that available. There is a second video, you're welcome to watch it. That's kind of listed below down here if you would like, but the only one we need for this project is this one. You could have done your dual screen side by side to type your notes, and I'll be sharing my notes with you to help you out later as well, but you can see my page is full of notes. And so today I want to remind you of your second task, which is to read source 2 and source 3. Both are simple reads, very easy, very short, because our purpose is really to practice getting that information and answering short answers and forming an argument. So you can see you don't need to do your gist on paper. You can if you have a paper copy of the packet, then do it on paper. But if you're online, you can see I just added mine in. You don't need to write gist example. I just did that. But you do need to maybe highlight it a different color and write your own gist after every paragraph or so. Sometimes every two, just depends on the length of that paragraph. So today you're going to read both paragraph or source 2, Pandas and Endangered Species text, and source 3, Panda Politics. Both are pretty short. You can add those just in underneath or to the side or wherever you want to and just highlight those. I also want you just to have those just done. Think about the prompt, kind of look at that argument prompt so you're ready, and really just paying attention to your notes and what have you learned about pandas. And then I want you to just start thinking about question number 1. It says highlight the jobs in the question. So for instance, it says source number 1, Wulong's pandas. That's our video. And source number 2, pandas and endangered species, discuss how the population of pandas is decreasing. Now I might be thinking to myself, decreasing means getting less, going lower. So I might add a note, lowering. What does source number 2, focusing on that source number 2, explain about the panda population that source number 1 does not? So I need to know what's in source 2 that source 1 does not cover. So you're gonna go back to source 2, look at how the population of pandas is decreasing. What do you learn in source 2 that you didn't know in the video? What did you learn in source 2 that you did not know just from the video about how pandas are decreasing? There's not as many. Explain why that information is helpful. So this is your second job. Job 2, explain why that is helpful. And then this is the tricky part, give 2 details from source 2 to support your answer. So what are 2 things from source 2 that you can find about the population of pandas decreasing that you cannot find in source number 1? So how I would break this down is first, I'm going to kind of figure out what are those 2 things that I'm maybe going to highlight them in source 2. What 2 things do I see in source 2 that I don't see in my notes from source 1 about that population decreasing? Then I'm going to use that information to type my answer. Well, source 2 explains this and this about that panda population decreasing. That's helpful information because it shows what? That's what I'm looking for. So I want you to read source 2 and source 3. I want you to go back to just your notes on source number 1 and just your notes on source number 2 and find me 2 things in source 2 about pandas decreasing their population that you didn't know in the video. And I want you to try to write this answer. This is a race answer, and you need all 4 parts. This has several jobs to it. You have first, telling us what source 2 explains that source 1 doesn't. Second, explain why it's helpful. And third, somewhere in your answer, you need to have 2 details that support it. Let's try question number 1. I will be coming back with my answer to help you guys out on some of the questions, especially this first one as we work through it. But that's your goal today. Read both and then do it. Read both and then do question number 1.